Hello guys, today we'll be starting section 2.3, adding integers on a number line. So make sure you write down this section title, pause the video to write that down, and when you're ready, come on back. Okay, just a quick little review here guys. No need to write this down, you already have this down in your notes from a previous lesson. But I just wanted to show you guys, I wanted to show you guys again the positive words and the negative words, and I wanted to relate them to a number line. So we see our number line here on the bottom. Okay, so a number line has sometimes has 0 in the center, most of the times, and for your guys' purposes, you'll probably see 0 in the center a lot. And to the right of 0, you have all positive numbers. Okay, and they go up just by counting numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and so on. To the left of 0 are the negative numbers, negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, negative 4, and so on. So I've just put the words above their sides, so positive words like up, to the right, forward, and rises. If you see those words, it means we're moving up further to the right. Okay, so for example, if I moved up 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I would go to the right 5 spaces. If I went down 5, I would go to the left. Negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, negative 4, negative 5. Okay, so I'm just showing you the directions in the number line, and we'll see more examples now following. Okay, so here's some more examples. No need to write this down, just follow along. So I walked up, and it's our positive word, 5 stairs. So I'm actually going to draw that out for you. So we started at 0, and we walked up 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so that's how you just write it out using a number line. Alright, so our next example. I walked down 5 stairs. So we started at 0. We started at 0 and we walked down 5 stairs. So to the left, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay? If you have any questions about this, pause the video now and ask a buddy or ask me if I'm available. If not, let's move on. Okay, next example. The elevator went up 9 floors. Okay, so we start at our 0. If we were to draw it out, start at 0 and we go all the way up to 9. Okay, and we went to the right because up is a positive word and we're going in the positive direction to the right. Okay, the elevator went down 6 floors this time. So we started at 0 and we go down 6. So we go to the left 6 or down to a negative 6. Okay, again, no need to write any of this down, just follow along. Okay, so now let's talk about temperature. Okay, and temperature is a really nice example because you can really see and you really understand what it means. For example, plus 30 degrees Celsius is positive and it's really hot, but minus 20 degrees Celsius is 20 below 0, really cold. Okay, so this example, the temperature rose 3 degrees. So start at 0 and it rose up 3, so we go to the right. Okay, so this one is written a little bit differently. Okay, the temperature is 2 degrees below 0. Okay, so again, we're just going down 2 degrees. So it's 2 degrees below 0. Start at 0, and we go down 2. Okay, now another example. And this is the last one for these quick little examples with the number line. Okay, the temperature was 2 degrees above 0. Then it dropped to minus 1. Just fix that typo. Okay, the temperature was 2 degrees above 0. Then it dropped to minus 1. Okay, so there's 2 parts to this one. Before we always started at 0. Okay, so the temperature is below 0. This one here, the temperature was 2 degrees above 0, so we start at 2 above 0. Okay, so we're starting here now this time, because the question said the temperature was 2 degrees above 0. So we start here. Okay, and then it dropped to -1. So it went all the way down to -1. Okay, so this is a little bit new. We didn't start at 0. The question told us to start at 2. So it was 2 degrees above 0, or +2. And then it dropped down to -1. So that's how you would represent that one. Okay, just pause for a moment and think to yourself. Okay, it started at 2, and it dropped down to -1. How many degrees did it drop down? If you look at your number line, you can count it out. It dropped down 1, 2, 3 degrees. It went from 2 to -1, but the amount of spaces it went down was 3. Okay, so just keep that in mind. If you have any questions, now's the time to pause the video and ask a buddy, look at your notes, or ask me if I'm available. If not, we'll move on. Okay, so our first example. Right, so I want you to write example down and underline it to keep your notes nice and neat. And then I want you to write out this whole thing. Okay? Quickly, I want you to jot down a number line in your book. I know it's a little bit inconvenient and it's not very fun to keep drawing out number lines, but they will help when it comes to putting these integers together. So let's write down our number line. Pause the video until you got all of this written down. Okay, so by now you should have this written down. We should be able to do this together now. So use a number line to represent this sum. Then add. So first we're going to use the number line to represent the sum. So we got +1 plus +2. All right, so we start at our first number. We start at +1. So here's 0. Here's our positive direction. We start at +1. Okay. All right, so, and then we plus +2. So we're going to go to the right 2. So we got start at +1. Okay, and then we add 2. So we got 1, 2 spaces. See that? 1, 2 spaces. So we end at 3. So then add. So this is pretty easy because we're used to this. We're used to these positive numbers. But just to get the hang of using our number line, we see 1 plus 2. 1 plus 2 equals +3. How do we know that using the number line? We know because we drew out our number line and we ended here. Okay, so write down your answer there. Make your marks on your number line. Pause if you have any questions. If not, we're ready to continue. Okay, I want you to write this down and try this one on your own. Okay, so pause the video, write this down, give it a try. You should know what 2 plus 2 is, but I want you to think about it in terms of number line. And then when you come back, we'll answer it together. Okay, so by now you should have given this one a try. So use the number line to represent this sum. Okay, so we're starting on 2, +2, so we're going to the right 2, starting here. And then we're adding +2, so we're going to the right 2. 1, 2. You see that? 1 space, 2 spaces. 1, 2. So we end at 4. So 2 plus 2, and we know this is 4, but not just +4, not just 4, +4. Okay, so if you didn't get that right, please pause and let me know. If not, we're ready to move on. We have another example coming up. Okay, so example. Write this down in your book. These are your notes. Once you have this written down, including the number line, come back and we'll do this one together. Okay, example. Use a number line to represent this sum. Okay, so this time is very similar to the ones we just done, but this time we have a negative number involved. So what do we do here? Alright, so your first step is always to start on the first number, positive 1. Here's 0, here's our positive 1. Okay, and then we're going to add on negative 3. Okay, so negative 3. So the difference here is that instead of going up 3, and that, remember that's positive, we're starting at our positive 1, and the negative means we're going down 3 spaces on our number line. So we start at 1, and then we go down 3 spaces. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we started at plus 1, and we went down because we have a negative here, down 3 spaces. 1, 2, 3. So we ended up on negative 2. That means positive 1 plus negative 3 equals negative 2. Okay, so let's just check that with the method we done in one of the previous lessons. So we're going to use our tiles now. And the way we use our tiles, we use yellow tiles for positive and red tiles for negative. Okay, so we have one positive tile. One positive tile. And we have 3 negative tiles, or red tiles. So 1, 2, 3. So if you put those together, we see that we have a combination here where they cancel out. We learned that in the last lesson. So I'm just going to cancel that out. It's canceled. And what are we left with? We're left with 2 negative. Okay? And that's the answer we got right here. 2 negative. So our number line and our tiles, they do the same thing. You get the same answer for both of those, which is great. That's what we're supposed to do. It's just 2 different ways of doing it. This is the first way we done it, and this is the way we're learning today. This with the number line. Alright, now you try. Copy down this problem, plus 2, plus minus 3. Give it a try. When you're done, press play and see if you got the right answer. Alright, so we're starting at positive 2. Positive 2 here. Okay, and then we're going to the left or right here. We have a negative, so we're going down. We're going to the left 3. So we start at our positive 2, and then we go down 3 spaces. 1, 2, 3. So we end up at negative 1. Okay, check that over. If you didn't get the right answer, please pause and let a buddy know. See if you can get some help from them, or let me know. Okay, so you try this one as well. You just done a you try. Now you give this one a try. Positive 2 plus negative 5. Pause the video, give it a try. When you're ready, come back and we'll check your answer. Okay. Positive 2, we start up here. We're going down 5, so are we going left or right? We have a negative 5. So we're going to the left 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and where did we end up? We ended up on negative 3. So plus 2 plus negative 5 equals negative 3. Okay, example we're going to do together. Make sure you write this in your notes under example. Write that down, and then when you're ready, press play, and then come on back, and we'll do this one together now. This is an example. Okay, so very similar, except we have a different starting point now. So we start at negative 4. Okay, so we're going to the left 4, negative 4, here it is. We start there. Okay, and then we're going up 1. Why am I going up? Because we have a positive 1 here, which means we're going to the right. We're always going towards our positive number. So we start at -4, and we go up 1. Okay, so where do we end up? We ended up on -3, so that's our answer. Okay, make sure you write that down, and we're going to give that one a try. Now, once you have that one written down, you're going to give a similar problem a try. Okay, give this one a try now. Pause the video and try it yourself. All right, let's see how you did. So, -6, we start at -6. Negative is to the left of 0. Here's our -6. And we're going to start there. And we have a +3. So we're going to the right 3. We're going up towards our positive numbers, 3 spaces. Start at -6. And then 1, 2, 3. So we end at -3. That's our answer. Done. All right, another example. We're almost done. Bear with me. I just want you to go over example with me with both negatives. All right, so pause the video and then write that problem down. When you're ready, come back and we'll do it together. Okay, so with this one, we're starting at -4. Okay, but then we're going to the left 3 because we have a -3, so we're going down more negative. So we're here. This time we're going, start at -4, and we're going down 3. 1, 2, 3. So our answer, we ended up on -7. So our answer here equals -7. Copy that down. And when you're ready, let's move on. Okay, one more. You try. Write this down. Give it a go. Pause the video. When you're done, come back and check your answer. Okay, quickly, let's check that one out. -3. We start there. -3. And we're going down 5 because we're adding a negative number on. So -3 is where we're starting. And then go down 5. 1. Oops. Start at 3. Down 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We ended up on -8. That would be our answer. Okay, if you didn't get it right, please let a buddy know, look for help, or ask me if I'm available to give you a hand. If not, let's move on. And last example, like this, I promise. I just want to show you what happens when you have a 0. Okay, so write this in your notes and pause the video if you need a second. When you're ready, let's move on. Okay, let's go through this one together now. So 0 plus a -4. Okay, so use our number line. We start at 0, and we're going to the right or the left here. We're going to the left 4. We're going negative numbers. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. We end up at -4. So our answer here is equals -4. Okay, make sure you have that copy down. And we're ready to move on. Alright, so here we have another example. You can copy down this in your notes. Last example for today is just given as a word problem, so we'll see what happens here. Okay, pause the video, write this down, draw your number line. When you come back, we will find the final temperature. Okay, let's get this one going. So the temperature rises 5 degrees from 0 degrees, then falls 8 degrees Celsius. So we got a couple of different temperature changes here. So let's just map it out on our number line. Okay, so the first step, the temperature rises from 0 degrees. So we start at 0. And we rise up 5. So 0, 5. That's our first step. Okay, but then it falls 8 degrees. So rises, that was easy, that was positive. But now we're falling, or going to the left, or going down 8 degrees. Okay, but we're going down 8 degrees from where it last was. And we stopped at 5 degrees. So we start at 5, and we're going to go down 8. Okay, so I'm going to change the color here, just to make it a little bit easier to see. So now we went from 0 to 5, and now we're going to fall 8. So we're at 5, and we go down 1, 2, oops. We go down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so we end at negative 3. So the final temperature is negative 3 degrees Celsius. Okay, so that's a little word problem. It's a little bit harder because it's given in the form of a word problem. Plus, we have a couple of different temperature changes. We rose first, and then we fell. Okay, and you'll see some of those in your practice work. So speaking of practice work, here's the practice work that goes with this. There's no worksheet. I just want you to do number 1 to 7 on page 62 and 63. Good luck with it, guys. Let me know if you have any issues.